It's the truth on how I time manage 2 jobs, family, a few animals, take care of everything. First off, it's not easy. It's not for the faint. There's a reason why a lot of people don't do this and don't successfully do this for a long period of time. I've been doing it over 2 years now. I'm finally in my groove. But how the fuck do I do it? It started out with baby steps. Now, when I say baby steps, I mean, I remember a while back, if I couldn't get 7 or 8 hours of sleep at night, I was automatically programming myself with my self-talk that I'm gonna feel like shit tomorrow. That was a real thing that I struggled with, even though I had the ability to stay up. If I was going to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and I had to wake up by 6 o'clock to go to work, I was stressed the fuck out. I was like, yeah, I like staying up, but it's gonna fucking suck waking up. So, baby steps with that is I had to basically tear down this wall that I had built up in the self-talk that was lying to me that I need a certain amount of sleep or I'm gonna have a shitty day. I went right into it. I just went right into it. 6 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep. How do I do it? I've had days where I didn't sleep. I've had days where I've worked a 16-hour shift and a 12-and-a-half-hour shift on no sleep. I was up for 40 plus hours. And the longest I've been up, see, I'm different. Like I used to smoke a lot of meth in my past for like a year, and it did something and changed my brain. But now I have this ability where I can stay up and function up to 3 days, no drugs. I mean, that third day definitely starts slowing down. You start losing in some cognitive ability, but I'm talking about these baby steps that took me to get to where I'm at. Now, that's just one thing, overcoming sleep. I've had a lot of days and weeks where I got 6 hours a night, 5 hours a night. I had days where, I lost the connection with the clock. I wasn't bound by that clock. Before, I was tied up with that clock. I mean, if that clock was a certain time and I needed to go to bed, I'm stressing. I got to the point over these last couple years where if you told me right now you got 1 hour to sleep and then you got to go into work, I'd be like, okay, I'll lay down. I mean, I'll close my eyes. I probably won't sleep for that 1 hour, but I'll do that. And then to wake up and program myself, I'm telling myself, you're doing more. You're doing a great job. You're going to go get these hours. You're working more than anybody else. You're doing everything you have to do. It never mattered what time you went to bed. It only mattered that you got the fuck up. And that's something that it stays very true to me. But how do I make all this happen? All right, I'm kind of rambling on that. I make it happen because I cut everything that wasn't a priority. And I'm not saying that to be mean towards friends that I'd love to see, that I'd love to hang out with. Listen to me. If I am hanging out with a friend, a lifelong friend of mine, it's either because I'm talking to him on the phone and I kind of count that as hanging out, or it's because they're working for me. We're making money together. I cannot tell you the last time I just chilled with somebody when it was not about making money. I haven't done it in so long. I don't have time. I had to cut that. And it's a hard thing to do. I mean, it's hard, if I really start and think about it, I've just developed my self-talk to work for me in a way to where it only allows me to work towards my goals and accept what has to be accepted. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. Y'all know the prayer if you've been to AA. But I just have to accept things, and things that I can change, I change them. So I worked on my relationship with sleep to not be so bound up by it and be codependent towards that clock, dependent on the clock. Now, I watch the clock. but it's not going to determine my self-talk. I just developed a better relationship with it. Cutting off friends. It's not cutting them off. I just don't have time to chill unless we're making money together. If you're working with me, if you got money we can go make, and I got a free second, if I got time you can catch me at the gym and we can link up, that's really it. The third thing, this thing's hard and a lot of you guys are gonna have a very hard time doing it. But there has to be a limited amount of time for basically your family, and I hate to say it, it's fucked up, I hate it. It's a harsh reality. I have a wife that's supportive, and I do make time. I will stay up and not sleep to spend time with her and my daughter. You have to be with somebody that is interdependent. It's a hard thing to do. So you're losing your friends, you're losing time with your family, time with your friends, changing your relationship with sleep. And then there's a whole nother realm of how to make this all possible and feel good when you're doing it. It's biohacking, TRT. There's nootropics, there's vitamins, there's clean eating. That's not really biohacking, but meal timing, meal portioning, nutritious meals. I mean, that's a whole page in itself. I think diet, chemistry, that's in a whole realm of itself. Then you've got the mindset portion, and then you've got the emotional portion of, I'm gonna have to lose things so I can fill it with things. Now, if I get time to go hunt or fish, or I get extra time that I can be home, I'm spending it with my wife first and foremost. I'm spending it with my family first and foremost. Now, if you get on this journey with this time management, it's the hardest part. I mean, it's so hard, and you're going to lose a lot of people, and you're going to lose a lot of relationships along the way. And people will probably disagree with me and say, you should live in a 1-bedroom apartment or a 2-bedroom apartment, and you should spend more time with your family and not make as much money. That's your opinion. I have a long-term vision with this, and I manage time by taking out anything that is not working towards my goal. And the biggest part of that is taking out pleasureful things. You should, if you're doing what I'm doing and you're pushing yourself to the absolute max, you barely have time for self-care. Like, I wish I didn't have to eat. I wish I had to take a shit. I wish I didn't have to shave. I wish I didn't have to shower. I wish I didn't have to do laundry. All of these things, they're not making me money, but they have to get done. That's just, they're non-negotiables. Brushing your teeth, trimming your toenails. Like, all these little self-care things take time. Moving faster with these things. No idle time. I don't allow my mind to idle unless I'm going to bed, and then I try to idle it all the way down and shut it off. I talked about biohacking. I use Seroquel for sleep. It's not medical advice. I was prescribed it a long time ago. Seroquel and melatonin is what puts me to sleep. Otherwise, like I was saying previous in this video, I could stay up for 3 days. I can't just fall asleep like a regular person. I'm high strung. I'm wired. I'm fucking go. And if I'm either 100 or 0. I don't have an in between. I work just as hard almost as if I'm tired. I just don't like it sometimes because I start forgetting shit. And that starts costing me time. If I go to a job and forget a tool, I'm fucking irritated. Like, damn, I'm fucking tired. This sucks. Listen, guys. Write out your goals. Write out how you're going to get there. Start mathematically looking at the time and how you're going to be able to manage the time. What you can cut back on. The hardest pill that you're gonna fucking swallow is if you get 2 hours with your family a day. I don't even want to talk about it. It's a harsh reality sometimes. You make up for it when you can. You're not doing this for yourself. If it was just for me, I'd have a 1-bedroom apartment and I would probably fuck off a lot. I'd probably still get high. I'd fish, I'd hunt, I'd have friends. But friends, quote unquote, I have an older friend of mine. He calls them good time buddies. You get high with them, you run out of drugs, they're probably not around. Probably shouldn't fuck with those people at all. Start taking a deeper look into your mind. See where you can cut time. See where you should be busy all the time. If you were an addict like I am, you should be busy all the time. If not, if you get idle time, if I get idle time, I'm thinking about dope. I'm thinking about getting fried. I'm thinking about a 30. I'm thinking about drinking. Stay busy. Stay hungry. Stay on route on your plan. Stick to your goals. Stick to the outline on how you're going to get to that goal. Do the daily work. Do the daily tasks. Move quicker. If you're trimming your nails, trim them quicker. Taking a shower, take it quicker. Can't really say that one. I take long showers sometimes, but I'm also dirty as fuck. And I also stretch in there too, so I kind of multitask in that. Because I gotta stretch to keep my body good. But hey, peace and love, y'all. Fucking grind. Manage your time. Pray up. Stay sober. Work out. Eat clean. Peace.